You want them to stand? You want them to stand? Thanks for assembling. Let's straightway start with Mr. Swami. Namaste.
No, we mentioned this previously. It was a tactical change, nothing related to performance and things like that. It was a tactical change. We mentioned this before, so I don't know why you're asking this again.
Rohit, 3 IPL titles, which was sweeter?
3 IPL titles?
Which was sweeter?
All 3 are special, I guess, but I think last game was brilliant to be part of. I think one of the best T20 games I've been part of. That's certainly for sure. I cannot single out any one particular edition because all 3 editions we won was really special and we put in a lot of hard work to it. So I want to cherish all 3 of them. But certainly my best T20 game was last night.
Yeah.
Rohit, are you satisfied with your own form going into the Champions Trophy? You have like more runs.
Very happy. Very happy.
Rohit, how tough it is to lead a star-studded team like MI in this tournament like IPL, and that too under different type of coaches for last several years?
Yeah, that's the challenge of IPL. You'll see every now and then, you know, you'll have a new set of players coming in. You'll have new set of support staff coming in. That's the challenge that comes with IPL. You'll have to face that challenge, get to know them really well, and gladly for us, we've had the same staff as last year, except few changes. But that's what it is. It's the same for them as well. They get to know us. When they come in here, you know, they try and understand each one of us, and goes both ways. So it's been a challenging one, but we've so far enjoyed each other's company, and that's what it is. That's what it makes your team successful. You have to have that strong bond going forward.
No, you'll be you're selected for Champions Trophy as an opener, and there is a thought that you should be opening in IPL to get into the openers mode, going into the 50-over format. What is your thought on this? First one. And Parthiv, did you Dinesh Karthik is back as in the Indian squad as a replacement. Did you at any point of time have a slight chance, or did you think you would be in the reckoning considering your form in IPL? And one to Shane. Jasprit Bumrah will be playing for the first time in England. Any special, any advice for him to bowl in England conditions?
I forgot what you asked.
I finished.
Openers.
No, I finished.
Yeah, no, see, I remember we were sitting here, we did the press conference at the start of the tournament, and I said, what IPL is a different format, different tournament. When you play for India international cricket, it's a different format. I don't see why people try and compare, both IPL and international cricket together. My requirement here was in the middle order, and that's what we did. We realized at the start of the tournament that it's better for me to bat down the order and get that balance right. And when I go there, it's a different thing. So I don't see that we need to make any comparison when it comes to IPL and international cricket.
Parthiv, you have to answer this question. Yeah.
See, honestly, I don't worry about selection anymore. I've been old enough. I've been around for years, and I don't play cricket to get selected. I've been enjoying. I'm on peak of my game. Having had a great year, winning Ranji Trophy, making a comeback into the Test side, winning IPL, playing well in IPL. So if I keep doing it, I think rest of the things will follow. I don't worry about who has been picked or who has not been picked. But that's something which is not my part of the job. As I said, I'm enjoying my game, and if I keep doing well, I'm sure the rest of the things will take care by itself.
Yeah, just in regards to Jasper, he's got a skill set that's going to make him successful wherever he plays in the world. I think it's his first maybe limited overs or 50 over tournament, so that'll be a little bit different for him. But look, I think the way he's been bowling in this tournament, if he carries that form through to that Champions Trophy, then he's going to play a big role in success for India.
Yeah, Shane, my question to you is, you come from New Zealand, you have seam attack, pace back from 4 nationalities, India, Sri Lanka, Australia, and also McLaren in New Zealand. So how do you deal with a situation like this? The temperament could be different. What do you tell them? In a situation like yesterday, what could be the running their mind, asked to bowl the last 3 overs, as Rohit said, just toss the ball to them, allow them to bowl the way they wanted.
Oh, it's stressful sitting watching. I think it's probably easier from a playing point of view than watching. That's one of the great things about IPL, is bringing together players and coaches from different parts of the world. It's a great blend, and people who you don't necessarily think would associate with each other end up being best of friends. I think from our point of view from Mumbai, we've tried to share the load, not just take it away from Rohit, pass it on to guys like Parthiv and Pollard, myself, Mahela, the coaching staff, so that when the pressure comes on, there's people to offer advice at different parts of the field to deal with the stress. Ultimately, Rohit's got to make the decision on the field, and that's what he's done so well, is guys will come to him and offer him thoughts, and Rohit's been really decisive in what he's wanted to do. But that's the way we've played the whole tournament. We tried to play as a team. We tried to make sure that we had all bases covered and were well prepared, and then that we trusted in all the stuff that we'd done off the park, and then took it onto the park with Rohit in charge, and it worked out perfectly for us.
Were you curious to know what Mitchell was going to do in the last over?
Again, he had, I spoke to him about it today, and he had a couple of different ideas. I think Marley came up to him and said to him in the last couple of balls, mate, just bowl straight Yorkers and you'll be okay. So he took Malinga's advice, and it was successful. So that was one advantage we had. We had some successful and very good fast bowlers bowling at the end, and it made it difficult for the opposition.
Rohit, how different has it been working with a new head coach in comparison with the previous head coaches that you have worked with?
Yeah, it's been different. Obviously, Ricky Ponting was a different individual, and Mahela is a different individual. But having said that, both of them come with vast experience, and they've immense knowledge about the game. So all I wanted to do was to, understand how they how they have dealt with those kind of situation when they were playing, and that's what helped me. Both were captains for their respective countries as well. So having to be around them, and I got to learn a lot of things, and probably a lot of things which helped me on the field as well. So yeah, these are the things. This is where IPL is so good. Like you get to meet and get to be with so many international players and different players. It makes you a better individual as well.
Rohit, we are not still clear next year if the teams are going to, retain these players, or will they be allowed to retain these players, or does everybody go back into the auction? So how keen are you to again play for MI next year, considering this is technically your home, you're emotionally attached to this team, and do you think teams should be allowed to retain certain players because of the association that is there?
I don't know about the others, but I would definitely love to play for my home state. Of course, having born here, not born here, but played all my cricket here in Mumbai, lived all my life here. I would love to be here. But again, see, we don't know what the rules and regulations are going to be, so we have to wait and watch. We would be happy to retain the whole squad if possible. But again, we have to wait and see what happens with the rules.
Rohit, question from here. How much of growth have you seen in your cricket, thinking as a captain with the Mumbai Indians for the past few years, leading this quality setup?
It has helped me a lot, not just for my game, but also as a human being. I've understood, with responsibility, when you're thrown into that responsibility, you mature as a person, and that is something which I've been learning and growing as a human being. I think captaincy is something which something I've enjoyed for the past 4 years with Mumbai. And again, see, if you win the trophy, everything looks good. But last year we had a tough time not qualifying for the playoffs. But again, we knew the set of individuals we have. We had backed them to do the job this year, and they certainly came out and delivered. So I think this is the hallmark of this team. Whenever we've played, we've never looked back. We've always moved forward. Whether we lost the game or we won the game, the attitude was very similar. It never changed. So these are the things as a captain for me was heartening to see as well. And something as a captain I would have loved to inspire. I mean, that is something which I always wanting to do. Inspire the team as much as I can. And yeah, I'm very happy with the way things are with MI right now. So yeah, looking forward for a few more years.
How difficult will it be, this transition?
For the last 10 years, I think we're playing the same thing. We play IPL and we go and play T20, 50-over format or test format. So I don't think at this point it's difficult for anyone to adjust. It's just in your mind that you have to keep reminding yourself that you need to change your mentality in terms of the format you're going to play. So I mean, it's been happening for so many years now. We see T20 format happening now, and then you suddenly have to go and play Test cricket, and then 50-over format. I don't think in this day and age it's a worry for any cricketer.
Rohit, पहला ही मैच जब चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में होगा वो पाकिस्तान के साथ होगा. इतने सालों में आप जो साइकोलॉजिकल प्रेशर होता है इस इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच से पहले कैसे उसको डील करना है? ओके 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 ओके.
सब लोग एक्सपीरियंस हो यार ये सब मामले में.
आपसे पता करता.
रोहित हियर. मुंबई और पुणे का मैच कल था, तो सिर्फ आईपीएल का फाइनल नहीं था, वो दोनों शहरों के बीच की भी लड़ाई बन गया था, क्योंकि दोनों, आप मुंबई में रहने वाले हो, आपको पता है दोनों सिटीज़ में किस तरह से कंपटीशन हमेशा चलता रहता है. तो आप सब प्लेयर्स के दिमाग में उसको लेके कुछ चल रहा था, या फिर वो सब जोक्स और सब सोशल मीडिया पे जो कुछ भी चल रहा है वो आप तक पहुंचा था? क्योंकि जैसे मिसल पाव वड़ा पाव इनके बीच लड़ाई है, इस तरह से भी
ये सब हमको आप लोग से सुनने मिलता है.
नहीं, पर आपकी क्या सोच है? क्योंकि इस तरह से ये दोनों शहरों के बीच की जो क्रिकेट राइवलरी है वो आईपीएल में आपने एक नई ऊंचाई तक दोनों टीम्स उसे लेके गए हैं.
सी मुंबई और पुणे का मैच जब भी होता है लोगों में काफ़ी एक्साइटमेंट होता है, स्पेशली महाराष्ट्र में, क्योंकि दोनों महाराष्ट्र की टीम है और फाइनल के पहले तक हमारा कुछ अच्छा टाइम नहीं रहा था पुणे के साथ। हम 3 मैच खेले, तीनों मैच हार चुके थे, तो हम फाइनल में ये सोच के नहीं गए थे कि हमें कुछ प्रूव करना है, हमें बस अपना गेम खेलना था। जो हम पिछले 3 मैच जो हारे हम उनके साथ, वो कर नहीं पा रहे थे। तो कोशिश हमारी ये थी कि इस मैच में जब जाएंगे तो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हमारा गेम खेले और हमारे टीम के आसपास ध्यान रखे, यहाँ वहाँ नहीं वो करे। जब हमने बैटिंग ख़त्म की 130 हमने स्कोर किया, एक्चुअली बैटिंग हमारा इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा, हम कोशिश कर रहे थे कि 150-140 के आसपास करें क्योंकि विकेट इतना इजी नहीं था, बट हमारे बैट्समैन आउट हो गए। बट हमें पता था कि ये विकेट जिस तरीके से खेल रहा था वो उतना इजी नहीं होने वाला था उनके लिए। तो हमने चेंजिंग रूम में यही बात किया था कि अंदर जाकर हमको हमारा गेम खेलना है, जो हमारे बॉलर्स कर रहे हैं वो हमें करना है और फील्डर्स को एक साथ मिलकर एफर्ट देना है बस। और जब भी मुंबई और पुणे का मैच होता है एक्साइटमेंट महाराष्ट्र में तो काफ़ी होता है। और ये बात मुझे नहीं पता था, वड़ा पाव और ये मिसल पाव ये अभी आपसे मुझे सुनने मिल रहा है।
एक दूसरा सवाल, आप पिछले कुछ समय से इंजरीज से भी जूझ रहे थे, इस जीत ने पर्सनली आपको क्या दिया है? आप पहले ही कह चुके हैं ये खास है, लेकिन इस जीत ने एज अ प्लेयर आपको पर्सनली क्या खास दिया है जो आगे जाके आपको बहुत हेल्प कर सकेगा?
खास एज इन अभी तक मुझे नहीं लगता कि किसी टीम ने 3 बार IPL ट्रॉफी जीता है, तो ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है एज अ प्लेयर और हमारे टीम के लिए भी, क्योंकि कोई भी टीम 3 बार अभी तक जीती नहीं है। तो ये बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट है और ये बस आगे लेके जाना है, ये कॉन्फिडेंस हमको, जिस तरीके से हम खेलते आ रहे हैं इतने सालों से, वही उसी तरीके से खेलना है आगे भी।
Rohit, if you can pinpoint a couple of aspects about what you liked about the coach Mahila's approach to the game, what do you think they were?
His calmness, I think he was certainly very calm. Certainly not after yesterday's batting performance, but throughout the season he's been someone who's been, able to settle down a lot of players and make sure that they're kept under the check. Because that's how he's played his cricket. He's always been calm and composed. We've seen him when he was playing for his country as well. So yeah, that is something I think which reflected on all of us as well, as an individual. I think that is something which really helped us. Like, the good thing about him was whenever we won, the energy level was at the medium level. And whenever we lost, it was still there. It never changed. That is something which is very good to see. When your attitude doesn't change too much, it's right there in the middle. It's always good, and you can focus a lot more then. So that is something which I think he's done throughout the season. It was my first experience with Mahela, and I'm sure like all of us here sitting here, we enjoyed working with him.
Season that you have had, as in starting with September, October, and ending as the highest run getter of Mumbai Indians in a victorious campaign. Can you reflect on it?
I think I've had probably a dream season. Winning Ranji Trophy, that's something is every player's dream, and especially playing for Gujarat. What we were 10-15 years back, and now to win Ranji Trophy was brilliant. Test comeback after 8 years, so I mean, it was always a dream for me to play one test match before I finish it off. So no, I'm glad that I made a test comeback, and winning IPL is very special. I think it's a long tournament. You have to make sure that the team stays together for a longer time, and I thought Rohit and the coaching staff did fantastically well throughout the season to make sure that we all stay in that medium bubble, as Rohit rightly mentioned. And yeah, I mean, ending and getting runs was important as well. Every time we've had a good opening partnership, then we've always went on to got good runs, and especially if we start well, in T20 format, it actually helps the bigger players like Rohit Pollard to play freely as well. So yeah, I'm happy that I've finished on highest run getter, but I think the most important thing is to win trophies, and glad that I've been part of this setup.
Yeah, Rohit, just two questions. After the match against Knight Riders, was it a straightforward matter of selecting your 11, or you had serious debate on it? And also, what makes Krunal click in the IPL?
The
first question, yeah, how much did you mull over team selection for the final? Did you really seriously think about picking the 11, or it was a straightforward matter?
It's not clear, I can't.
Selecting the team for the final,
yeah.
Was it a straightforward thing, or it just picked itself after the match against KKR, or?
No, it was a straightforward selection. That was one of our dominant performance against that particular team, and I certainly didn't see any reason that we need to change the team. Everyone had an impact in the game, and yeah, it was a straightforward decision to play the best 11. I know there are a lot of guys who will miss out throughout the season, but I mean, see, we all know it's only 11 players who can go onto the field and take the field. So there are, yes, a lot of the guys missed out. A lot of the younger guys who were quite talented had very good domestic season for in India. They missed out. But I'm sure, their attitude has been great, and I'm sure they'll come back really hard next year. And the
Krunal Pandya,
yeah, Krunal. I mean, see, you've seen throughout the season these two brothers. They are very expressive players. Like, they like to express themselves on the field, and that's something which brings the performance out of them, I guess. And it has worked for them. So, they continue to do that. And Krunal, I think, understands his game really well. Whenever we've asked him to bat at 4, 5, 6, 7, he's batted at various positions, and he's never looked out of comfort zone. He always adapted to that situation. When we wanted him to finish games, he finished off games. When we wanted him to go and take the pressure and rotate strikes, he went and did that as well. So it goes to show that he's got a lot of maturity, and yes, he's got a bright future as well. And he's a brilliant bowler, very sharp. He thinks about his bowling quite a lot, and I'm sure working with Bondi has helped him a lot. So again, great prospect for Indian cricket in future.
Rohit and Shane, question both of you is: do you think that Jasprit Bumrah is right now the best T20 bowler in the world? And how easy does it life get when you have a captain, when you have a bowler like that as a captain? In your setup, to have a bowler like that.
It makes me look good when he bowls the way he does. I mean, I think he's always put under pressure in our team to bowl the pressure overs because he's got the skills and the temperament to do it, and I think he's done that both for Mumbai and for India. I think so. When we looked at our bowling attack, we try and balance and put parts around them. So normally you'd look at a team like ours and you'd say Malinga would naturally fall into the death bowling role, and in the end, and Harbhajan started for us. In the end, as the tournament developed, we had to tweak our bowling attack based around Bum's bowling at the back end. Then we started to use Malinga through the middle more of as a defensive bowler, and that's why we brought the leg spinner in to give us that attacking option as well. So, when you're starting to base your attack around a bowler like Jasprit, it shows a lot about his quality. And I've said before, I think he'll definitely play Test cricket, and he can be a world-class bowler across all formats.
Same, yeah. See, I mean, I would prefer not to say that he's the world's #1 bowler or best bowler, because right now we all know he's doing a great job. I would like him to continue to do that. All those things when he sees, it'll only add pressure to him. So I don't want to say anything. He knows what his capabilities are, and he's shown it through the tournament as well, when he came and bowled that super over to probably one of the best T20 batters, McCallum and Aaron Finch, and he bowled that super over, defended 11 runs. So I mean, he's got all the ability to be #1 bowler in the world for sure.
Thank you. We'll do photo shoot. Can I request first let your colleagues backstage take a visual 30 seconds and then